Welcome back to Jack Chaucer Storyteller. We got Nikki White Polar Extremes. Today we've got the beginning of part 3, chapter 29. It's called The Shining Lights, and it's from Nikki's perspective. Now we've jumped ahead a month to March 22nd, 2020, and we're still at South Pole Station. Sam stood next to me as we watched the last spark of sunlight cling to the distant horizon. What if I never see the sun again? I asked, exposing my lips to the 50 below air. I used to think that too, he said, but then she always returns to me for that incredible September sunrise. Wintering over makes you appreciate everything, especially being alive and how your life doesn't have to be ordinary or defined by anyone but yourself. How do you keep doing this year after year, though? Ask me that again in September and you'll have an idea. Sometimes you just have to walk a mile in someone else's bunny boots, he said with a smile before covering his frozen mouth. I did the same. Even with the extra furry, quote, bunny boots for deep winter, my feet and other extremities were starting to go numb. But I didn't want to miss the actual sunset. Anyone could watch from the heated gallery window, and I wasn't just anyone anymore. I was in training to go to Mars, where it would be even colder. Focusing on the mission helped me block out my hatred for the bridge. My hope was that I'd get to use this experience someday by going to Mars with a different organization. There she goes, Sam declared as the sun finally fell off the long white table in front of us and the afterglow took over. I decided to keep my mouth covered and greet the new night with silence. I focused on the remnant trails of light and managed not to cry. Sam instinctively seemed to know I needed a hug at that moment and gave me a big, warm, friendly one. That helped a lot. Just surrender to it, and this place will never leave you, he said. One long, unforgettable day followed by one long, unforgettable night. The rest of the planet has no idea what it's missing down here. Welcome to the club. Bill appeared in the galley after having visited Max. He seemed happy until he saw Sam and I sitting together. Sam waved him over to join us, but Bill gave us a half nod, half smirk, and entered the food line. Adam and Thomas were on dish duty together for Chef Michael. Surprisingly, they had not come to blows again since the race for the Hollywood Showers. I couldn't wait for my 5-minute shower in just a few hours. Eventually, Bill hauled his loaded food tray in our direction and joined us. I had given Sam some of our backstory, but I continued not to tattle on the bridge to him. I didn't want to put him in that position, caught between us and Willem. I didn't think it was fair, and more importantly, I didn't think there was anything he could do to help our situation, especially between now and late October. How's it going? Sam asked Bill. Wonderful. And you too? He sassed back. We just watched the only sunset this place has for a year. And did you seal it with a kiss? Bill kept on with his jealous streak. Sam chuckled awkwardly and my eyes rolled. Go ahead, Bill said. Whatever happens at the South Pole stays at the South Pole, right? I mean, Vegas is one thing, but this place, it's like it doesn't even exist. You could go fuck out in the snow right now, and who would ever know? Will you just stop already? I finally said. We didn't kiss, Bill, Sam said. It's okay. We broke up. She's all yours. Don't I get any say in the matter? I said. I think this is my cue to leave and let you two catch up, Sam said, standing up. I've got to clear some snow and move some fuel around anyway. I hope you two are going to join us tonight for our first winter movie night. Sure, I volunteered us. What movie? What else for a bunch of people trapped in isolation together for months, surrounded by nothing but snow, cold, and the occasional snowcat? Stephen King's The Shining, of course, Sam announced before bounding off. I had seen The Shining once before, and it scared the shit out of me. Now I got to see it again while trapped at the South Pole alongside a boy who once tried to kill me. Amazingly, Thomas and Adam had never seen the movie before. Of course they loved it, especially the scene where the naked woman stepped out of the tub and seduced Jack Nicholson's character, only to turn into a laughing ghoul. With some nudging from Sam, Thomas and Adam actually seemed to be bonding over the movie. Leave it to Stephen King to bring former accomplices back together again. Bill sat next to me and seemed distracted. I think processing the return of Max and the loss of me as his girlfriend at virtually the same time as the ultimate in bipolar extremes. And to have to go through that literally at one of the polls made it even crazier. The whole movie situation started to make me feel uncomfortable, and when Jack began chasing Wendy around with an axe on the flat screen TV in front of us, I had seen enough. I wasn't really in the mood for attempted murder, even though I knew she would get the best of him in the end. I just got up and quietly walked out. Fortunately, nobody followed me. I put on my winter gear, slipped into my bunny boots, grabbed my ski goggles, and exited the heavy door of the Bear Can. The icy wind smacked me so hard, but I kept on trudging into the clear, otherworldly night. I got far enough from base to feel like I was totally alone. That's when I began to understand what Sam was talking about. The whole universe seemed to be right there, enveloping me and drawing me toward it with some invisible cosmic undertow. The darkness allowed all of these other lights to shine, lights I never would have seen anywhere but here. In that dazzling moment, I realized Earth wouldn't be enough for me. I needed to travel through space and set foot on another world, or my life would be incomplete. As I searched the sky for the red planet, I didn't see it, but I now hungered to experience it in a way no humans ever have. That's a nice foreshadowing to book number 4. But right now, that's the end of chapter 29. We'll be back to chapter 30 from Thomas's perspective next time.